Hi, this is Diana, your favorite Astro-Nerd, and I am back with another Dwarf telescope video. Yes, I like to have fun with the Dwarf telescope. Why not? This month, it's going to be a very exciting one if the clouds go away because it has been so cloudy. There is a comet flying around, and it's going to be in March. And also part of right before the eclipse. And speaking of the eclipse, the total eclipse, I am going to travel somewhere in Kentucky, and I am going to bring the Dwarf telescope and another mount that I am preparing for it, but that's a little surprise. There's going to be a lot going on in the next month and a half, so I hope you stay here with me and enjoy these videos the same way I enjoy them. So now let's just go ahead and start with the imaging session with the Dwarf telescope, and then a little bit of editing as I am going to show the stacked image and some editing and pics inside. Okay, so my telescope is connected, and I am going to turn off the light indicators as I don't want any light close to the telescope. Just click on photo, and we already are seeing some stars there, which is a very good thing, and the stars actually look really good. I don't think I need to do any adjustments on focusing, as the focusing stays. It's been every time I start, it's working really good. Let's go into photo, astro mode, and then the red button got on, which means we are on astro mode. And the next step is just to go here and to function, and let's do a calibration. The lenses are up, pointing not completely vertical, but almost. Okay, you don't have to put it all the way, but almost. So all we need to do is confirm the calibration, and it's changing colors. That's all normal. We're going to see some purple colors and things. That's okay. First calibration looks good so far. Look at those stars are looking really good. Calibration successful. Okay, we'll just click good. And I am going to find my target. It's the next step. So I'm going into function again and start target. And my next target is another nebula, and it's going to be the Horsehead Nebula. I am going to look real quick on my phone to be sure about the number, as it is an NGC 2023. There it is, NGC 2023. That's what we need. And let's see, I kind of like recognize those two big stars. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, so that big star, it's very important. This nebula, it's in the Orion belt. So now that I have it right there, I want to go back to functions. And let me go here and check the shutter speed. It's right now at 1. And I want to change that at least to 13 and see what I get. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit more. And right there is the Flame Nebula. The gain, I have it in 60 because I am going to use an up-to-long filter for light pollution. But normally you want to do 80, okay? So if you're not using a light pollution filter, then 80 probably it's okay. Or if you have a bright sky that night, you can go 60. Anywhere below 80, 70, 60, I don't know, maybe 50 is good for you. For me, it's always 80 or 60. So we have the shutter speed at 13. Okay, so now that I know that I am right on target, I'm going to go and put the filter, the up-to-long filter. Okay, so now it has the up-to-long filter on, and you can see how it immediately changed. I mean, the colors and everything is much better. I think have this one on shutter which is the exposure time. It's going to be at 15 seconds, which is the maximum. I'm going to leave it at gain 80, as this one has a lot more darkness on it, the Horsehead and everything. Now the Flame Nebula, it's very bright. And also it has a very bright star right there, which is kind of like in a bluish color. And it's that Sigma Orionis, the bright bluish O-type star that you see right here on the upper right side of the target. It's a very bright star. And that's how I know that I am on target. And I am seeing also the Flame Nebula. So I think we are good here. So now I'm going to go back to the little cube into settings, and I am going to photograph this beautiful nebula, like 800 frames, which is going to put a little bit over 2 hours or 3 hours, something like that. When you have a very good night, clear skies like tonight, go for it. Photograph as long as you can. So this is going to be 916 images. Wow, that's a lot. And for the preview, I am going to see the stack image. So we're going to see all those black artifacts. That's okay, that's normal. And binning is going to be 4K, which is the highest resolution that this telescope is capable to give us, and that's very good. We're just going to close here. Our focus are good, and let's just go ahead and start. And we should see something really nice in the first 2 or 3 images as it stacks really nice. I always want to see that very first image. Like I said, it has the Optolong L Pro filter, which is my favorite filter. Oh, yes. So we're starting to see something now. There's the bluish star that I was talking about, and the Flame Nebula up there, and down here it's going to be the Horsehead. Oh my God. Okay, so it is getting really cold. It's about 30 degrees, but this is to me like Alaska, life below zero. So wow. Okay, so we have 48 images out of 47. Unfortunately, I have to start the imaging session again, as I think the tablet got extremely cold. It's out here and I have it covered. And this is why I have the Dwarf telescope power connected with an extension cord. And I am using my Optolong filter at 15 seconds. This time I decided to go with gain 70. Like I said, I prefer to go a little bit underexposed than overexposed. Overexposed, I can't repeat this enough. Very difficult to fix. Underexposed, yes, we can always add a little bit more if it needs it. You have to be kidding me. Okay, so this is just 72 images. And look at the Horsehead Nebula, the Flame Nebula. The stars are really good. Very good for a small telescope. Absolutely beautiful. And there's the Flame Nebula. That is the brightest part of the nebulosity, and of course the stars. And we're starting to see a little bit of the stacking artifacts on the edges, but that is going to show only if you're going just to use the stack image. In my case, I will process all of these images, so I'm not going to have that. But just like the way it is right now, you can take a stack image right now like this and show it everywhere on social media, and people are going to love it. And now the fun part is to see our images. So it was several hours. I took about almost 900 images, and to be honest, I don't look at all of them, so I did not do any image selection. I just let WB in PixInsight just to do its job, and that combined with the cosmetic correction formula that I have there, I think it's more than enough. So I'm going to start the process of editing after frames calibration. That went well, but as it has so many images, I have to leave it for a few hours to process everything. Okay, so after a long process of frame calibration, because it's almost 900 images, took a while. This is my original image. This is RGB original after star alignment and image integration. And as you can see, we have to do some work here and some cropping and try to get rid of all those problems that we're seeing here. Okay, so once my image has been plate solved, I'm going to do a little bit of some color corrections or calibration here. Well, and we do have some greens, and we have gradients, and we have the stars are big, and these ones are overexposed. Yes, I think that's probably better. We still have some problems here. And noise exterminator, I like to use 0.80 because this one has a lot of noise. Okay, so now I have my image, and the goal here is to apply red to all that area. Oh, I know what. It scared me. It's this Auto STF preview. It's the Auto strip. Thank God. Okay, so I think we need more darkness. Okay, so I keep adding more stuff to my workspace as I am testing some sharpening, luminance sharpening techniques. And it's pretty much adding 35% luminance and sharpening combined using a luminance mask. Let's just do this one exactly the way it is, and I think that made a big difference. Now we still have some problems here with the stars, so I may have to go to Photoshop and fix that. Okay, now for the final touches, because Nothing is perfect, and this image gave me some problems with those two big stars. I'm just going to see if I can fix this. Okay, so I am just going to do a little bit of some star reduction here. I can just bring this one down. And that way I have a little bit to fake it there with that big star. At least I added some spikes. Yes, on the color saturation. Yeah. Instead of having it like that, just give a little bit more of glare. Let's just apply that. Let's see. It's still bright, but we know that star is very bright. And this one, well, I'm not sure. There's too much I can do for that one. I want to see if I can give a little bit of color, more color right here, even though that is not the right shape. I want to give a little more. That way we can get our eyes, the distraction of that big star at least goes there. Let's see if I can get this guy a little bit darker here, just like a little bit. And I am going to make this one also an adjustment layer, and for this one I'm going to use the contrast. There you go, without getting too exaggerated and yeah, kind of like blend right there. Just give the horse a little bit more contrast. That is looking better. Let me just get this right here. Just a little bit. It just needs a little bit. Some of them just tone them down a little bit. Here's another one that got a little bit wild. I think this is pretty much about what I can do for this photo right now. Okay, so last is my name. I think this is not bad at all. This is Dwarf telescope. It's just a small telescope. It's a $500 telescope. What else can I do? That's it. Okay, so now let's just work with the stacked image, the one that Dwarf telescope provides. And of course, we have all the black artifacts and everything, but immediately we're just going to do this very quick editing. First thing we need to do is we need to crop this image, of course. And in this case, I don't want to touch that, so I am a little bit trapped here, so I may have to cut some of the good stars, and right there, it's probably the best I can do. Okay, so let's just go ahead and rotate this image. There we go, and now I'm going to crop again. First thing we want to do is to darken a little bit without clipping too much right there. But this is just a very quick editing, so for people that don't want to do too much, so I'm not going to do too much on it. That's probably about it. Let me just go here into the brightness and contrast and see what's happening here. That's how I'm going to leave this one, just to show it the way, almost the way it is. It came from the telescope. Pretty much no editing, just a little bit of contrast and levels adjustment, and that's it. Once again, the demonstration speaks for itself. There's so many ways to edit images, and in the end, it's all about personal taste. Let me know what you think about this. If you like it, if you don't like it, I love that you always talk to me and tell me a lot of things and give me advice. Maybe I shouldn't done this, but I can do that, and I really appreciate all of the advice and all the time that you take to write and let me know how I can make things better. I am going to have a fun video in a few days, another video, and this one is going to be the galaxy that not too many people photograph. Not too many people knows about this galaxy. So I am almost done with it. Unfortunately, it has been cloudy and I wanted to get a little bit more data on the or hydrogen alpha, but it's just cloudy, rain and clouds and rain and clouds. So what do we do when it's raining and it's cloudy? We edit. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to see you in the next few days with another video of your favorite Astro-Nerd, and that is me.